How's it going, guys? It's Dan Halley with Laptop Magazine. We're here with Justin from QNX, and he's going to walk us through QNX's Car 2 platform running in a Bentley Continental. So Justin, you want to take it away?
Absolutely. So what we're actually viewing here is an instantiation or a concept of our QNX Car application platform. Our concept team actually built this beautiful concept on top of that platform. Some of the really cool, crazy features that we have in this have to do not only with the software, but some of the hardware as well. QNX themselves is the fundamental software platform here, but what we're actually exposing is a lot of the crazy features in something like this display that we're looking at here. It's a beautiful 17-inch DLP screen. The one really cool feature is all of the input, or the touch screen itself, isn't a traditional touch screen. It's actually optical, so it really allows me to do things like hover over to actually interact with the screen, or actually put hard controls right onto the screen. The idea of giving a hard control a persona or a skin for various applications, same hard control, just selecting different values, changing the climate for both the driver and the passenger. The idea of controlling volume. What we actually did is broke the screen up into 3 different areas. The first being kind of this quick view area where you can actually interact with the things that you would expect to be at your fingertips at all times. When you're cold, you don't want to necessarily go into 3 menus deep to change the temperature, or change the volume if the music's too loud. You just want to be one touch away, single knob interface, very easy to use. We actually implemented the pre-touch in such a way that we could use it to select the various applications on the system. Things like the virtual mechanic, where you can get all of the information about your vehicle very, very quickly, fluid levels or engine and transmission information, even the audio settings. Very easy to use. Because this is such a large screen, one of the major obvious use cases for this would be a really rich navigation experience. So we're looking at almost the full screen, 1080 by 1440, full 3D navigation. We partnered with Electrobit for this. It's their Street Director product. So what you would expect, it's exactly what you would expect it to be. Dynamic points of interest based on where we are, latitude and longitudinally. We're looking at setting up any of these POIs. We can just run to them. Because we're sitting here, obviously this data is simulated, but just to show you some of the performance aspects of this, you're looking at, again, almost a full screen here. It's full screen 3D navigation, and it's very performant. You'll see all of the 3D textures as part of this demonstration as well. I'm going to let it turn the corner just because when the 3D textures start coming in from the horizon, it's actually a really cool visual.
Right, do they come out? Yeah.
Yeah, as they come through the fog. Yeah, it's a really cool feature. A major trend in the marketplace is obviously information sharing. There's multiple screens in the cars these days. It's not just the center console anymore. So if you actually go over to the instrument cluster, you'll see the turn-by-turn information as well as the entire maneuver list for this particular route.
And now that can be done also with the audio as well,
Audio
right?
prompting as well.
Right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, great.
I'm just going to stop the navigation here. While you're there on the instrument cluster, let me show you just a couple of more things. I'm going to switch over to the media view. And here, again, it's about information sharing. You'll see that the information for media is actually being displayed in the instrument cluster as well. So Bobo's Groove being displayed here, the same information being displayed at the instrument cluster. So they're not necessarily taking your eyes off of the instrument cluster. You're still getting presented with the same amount of data.
Right. And you can also get the backup camera, obviously, comes up right away.
Yeah, I flicked past it real quick for the rear view camera as well. As part of this concept, as you can see, I'm using the steering wheel control, so I am actually connected through into the vehicle bus as well, so I'm getting that information from that vehicle bus to use the steering wheel to controls, also to get all of the instrument cluster information as well as the virtual mechanic information. The really cool thing about these screens is they're actually auto-stereoscopic 3D screens. So the rear view camera you're looking at is actually 2 rear view cameras. If we press this button here, it may not come through on your camera very well, but I'll blow you away in person. If you actually take a look at it, it's actually a rear view camera with depth. So
right.
It's a glasses-free 3D view. So again, just part of the concept of the Bentley as well, and just give a rich experience, a rich driving experience. One of the other kind of interesting things that we did for a mobile device integration type scenario is we created a web-based service, a cloud-based service that allows you to control various aspects of the car. I mean, for demonstration purposes, one of the really interesting things that we did is since we have access to that vehicle bus, actually hit the button, and I'm putting up the windows right now. So this is in my browser on my phone. This is not an app. This is an HTML5 application. Again, this is speaking to the versatility of the QNX Car application platform. The ability to remote that information out to a cloud-based service is huge.
And again, this is Justin. This is the QNX Car 2 platform running at a Bentley Continental GT. And this is Dan Howley with Laptop Magazine.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.